Hi, RJ here, and in this video we're going over the former best deck in OP09, one of the Yonkos and the standard bearer of red decks at the moment. I'm talking about Red Shanks. When Shanks was announced, a lot of people are actually disappointed, even me. The leader's ability is not that good on paper. It only reads once per turn. This effect can only be activated when your opponent attacks. Give up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards minus 1000 power during this turn. It was actually a letdown given the prominence of Shanks in the show, but when the support cards were fully released, we were surprised on how good the deck is. It's so good that he took the throne of the best deck in the format early on, and Shanks players were winning left and right up until Doflamingo players managed to break the code and then punish Shanks. You see, Shanks is also a control deck. He wants to have the board advantage while preparing for his big bosses to take over the game. While it's known for its high power, it has struggled with consistency and reliability. Most losses with Shanks happen because players lose control early, unable to maintain the tempo, and actually a common misconception is that drawing too many high cost cards is the main problem. But what I think is that the real issue is that Shanks' early build loses life too quickly before it can properly execute its late game strategies. Shanks is undoubtedly a strong leader, but its lack of consistency and the popularity of Doflamingo took him out of the spotlight. But recent strategies might have just solved these issues. Let's see the build that brought back Shanks to the top. I'm talking about the Red Hawk build. The Hawk build was actually popularized by a Japanese player who they call Water. He wants to solve all of Shank's weaknesses like draw variance and inconsistency. But for me, actually, draw variance is just a fancy way of saying your cards just didn't show up. Mainly because some of the main cards like Roger, Dragon, and Rayleigh are not searchable by Uta. Shanks relies on these high cost heavy hitters, but by the time you can play them, your life cards are already long gone. Players have actually tried cutting big cards to make the deck faster, but honestly, that's like trying to fly a plane by taking off the wings. I think that it just doesn't work. His solution: survive the early rounds and shift the game to the late stage where Shanks can easily dominate. Even surviving one extra turn can be a game changer, and once you have stabilized, unleash those high cost cards to turn the tables around, let them do their thing, and watch the magic happens. This build, the one you're seeing right now, is the one Jack Lim used during the 1v1 PH prelims where he went undefeated with a 9-0 score. We have our 2K counters. This build runs 16 of them. So we have a full set of Otama and Hongo for power reduction, a full set of Sanji just in case we're facing an opponent that wants to starve us, and it actually synergizes well with Roger. And of course, the other 2K counter of the Red Hair Pirates, we have Lime Juice. Next, we also run two Marco. So Marco is another card that will be hard to remove for control decks as he can revive himself. But the main reason why Marco is here is because we want something that can remove small blockers like Onami, Vasco Shot, and Rebecca. We also run a full set of Dragon. So this card is all about speed and hitting power. So a 9k power rush character that can technically buff a leader and another character for 2000 power. And it's great against leaders like Teach, Enel, and P. Luffy. Next, we have a full set of Rayleigh. So Rayleigh is an amazing card if you want to close the board gap. It's a key card against decks that wants to swarm the board like Doflamingo and Buggy. Actually, if you combine Rayleigh with Red Hawk, you have this 10 cost combo that clears opponents' characters while protecting your big hitters. It's actually a 1-2 punch that can catch your opponents off guard. Also, we run a full set of Big Daddy himself, the leader of the pack, Shanks. So, Shanks' power line and effect is very, very good. It's actually the key reason why this deck excels in size battles. So, the synergy between Shanks' leader, this Shanks character, power reduction effects, and the deck's overall structure made this build very tanky and our opponent's characters very susceptible to our revenge attacks. So, similarly to Rayleigh, Tenko Shanks enhances the value of Red Hawk. making it possible to clear up to 6,000 power characters, of course, with the use of leader effect. While opponents may try to mitigate that by putting dons on their characters, doing so means they cannot build their board and can only focus on bigger attacks, further benefiting us. And we also are running a full set of Rayleigh blockers. So Rayleigh wasn't actually used in the early days because he's unsearchable by Uta, but a blocker that has higher power than your leader that lets you dig through your deck is just too good to ignore. So we run a full set of it. Next, we also have Ben Beckman. So without 7 cost Whitebeard, dealing with bigger threats can be a little tricky, and that's where Ben Beckman steps in. This card can really help you against Black Yellow Luffy because it circumvents on KOs or the KO immunity, and it actually has counter versus the non-counter of Whitebeard, so it also helps in the Doffy matchup. Now, here's a card that we were super hyped when it was announced. So we have the Pirate King himself, Roger. 13,000 power plus rush. He's basically the fifth 10 cost Shanks in your deck, but he's not just a stand-in. He's actually a game changer. His unique ability make those decks that uses blockers to stall the game feels very, very easy. Next, we also run a full set of Roger's son, Ace. So Ace is your ace in the matchup that felt super hard before. So you have Lucci, you have Teach. All those tricky matchup are Ace can really help you with those matchups. So against Lucci, especially, Dragons alone just couldn't cut it. Ace is a tank against those removal effects. Can also be tanky against Enel's Katakuri or the Flamingo's Josu. Sure, he's no 5 cost Marco with revival ability, but when you're up against the wide meta, Ace is your go-to hero. Plus, he pairs beautifully with Shanks' leader's ability, making even rested Ace very hard to deal with. And finally, let's talk about the ultimate event counter, the one that enables this all. So Gum Gum Red Hawk. The card is a banger in every phase of the game. So you need a 4,000 power counter early on. Check. You have a 5,000 power character that needs to be KO'd. Check. It's also perfect for stopping that dreaded turn 2 teach plays that mess with the curve. Think of Red Hawk as your secret weapon. And it's not just the early plays. Late game Red Hawk hits even harder, especially with the 8 cost Rayleigh and of course the 10 cost Shanks when they're on the board. By forcing opponent to allocate resources for protection, Red Hawk gives you the upper hand without spending extra. It's actually not just strong, it's actually smart. Of course, we have for defense 2 copies of Bad Manners Kick course. Now let's take this deck into a spin in the simulator. When facing Doffy, you want to be the first. It will be infinitely harder if you go second. So actually, this hand is pretty good. We have Hawk, we have Rayleigh. The only thing that we don't have is the 5 cost blocker. So we're gonna keep this one. Although we lack counters, I think we can survive via our second turn because we have a Red Hawk. Let's pass the turn here. Okay, we you do have Sengoku. So when you're facing Doffy, you have to be very careful with how you use counters early on. Uh, in the late game, it will be easy to over to win against this build because you have the big ones or the big cards, but at the early stage, you don't you will try to save up cards because it will be super hard once you don't have enough cards to counter. I'm thinking of using Rayleigh, but I think it's okay not to use it at the moment. So let's just go for an 8k attack here, making him just take cards. Because we want that Red Hawk. He went for Boa, so he'll gonna go for leader ability. Now the question is, what will be the leader ability? So now I can go for that Jinbei. Uh, use card action. I'm gonna take out Jinbei for sure. And now we can counter this one, take out Jinbei, save that, and we can actually save another life here. Can use this. Now we can play Rayleigh. Actually, we can go for Beckman here. Do we really want Rayleigh here to draw two? I think it's better to go for Beckman here. Now we have to take at least two here, but that's okay because we already have Rayleigh as well. Interesting. So he went back for Boa. Okay, so that makes sense now. 5, 6, 6. Sure. 5 counter 1. I'll take this one because that requires 2k. Now this one only requires 1k to counter, so that's okay. So if this attacks, just gonna counter with one of the Rayleighs and then take this one again. Now we have 2k counter. Now for this one, we can play the big Rayleigh -3 and then -2. Well, regardless, then KO this. Now this is now 4k only, so I can attack it with a 6k and then try to attack this one with 7k. Then pass our turn here. Okay. Now he's gonna play Boa again. This is crazy. He has to get Komore, but again, that's okay because we also have Dragon next turn. 6. mm, mm, I think he'll go for 6, 7. So I won't use this one. I'll just gonna counter with a 2k. This one I have to target because he'll gonna go 7. I think that's okay. 6, 7, yeah. Gonna use Marco here. 7k I'll take. We have Shanks. This is actually the time to use Shanks here because we can take care of this too. So I go here. Again, we want to close the board gap at this point. So we are gonna be asking a lot of hand cards from him. So we're just gonna be focusing on the characters. He took one. Now we do have two 2k counters, so that's we're pretty safe at the moment. There's only he wants to bounce Sengoku, so he will play Sengoku. Look for okay Boa Hancock. Then next turn, if we manage to get a Rayleigh 8 cost, we can I think finish the game. So I can KO this block. Yeah, I can. So this is just gonna be a 5k. 5k. Not gonna use this. We're just gonna waste his one done. So this is currently 5k. Use it here. No blockers. Guard. Sure. There you go. We got Rayleigh. I can KO the Boa here. 2K. Yeah, yeah, KO. Now I can go for this is 4K. And then we go to the face now with a 7K, 9K, 12K. So he's now forced to block actually. Oh, oh, he went for that, huh? And there you go. We still have two cards. Hmm, he went for another blocker. So we're actually in a pretty good position now because we have Roger. So those blockers, since he's down to zero, he is very, very open, basically. This is the power of Roger, wherein uh, those decks that usually uses a lot of blockers are technically open. So this is 3K. You sure I'll take this one. So this I just reduce this cost so that even with bigger attacks, we can easily win. 7K, sure I'll take. And then we play Roger. Then it's already a GG. There you go. That's Shanks versus the best deck of the format, the Flamingo. So we already have the Red Hawk. I think we're just gonna hope we get the Rayleigh 8 in the next few turns. So we're gonna keep this. So Red Hawk prevents Blackbeard to cause from being rampant. So so that's why it's needed, and we can actually take care one of the 5K attackers when push comes to shove. Our priority would be to prevent Blackbeard to cause, but if he just swarm us with 5Ks, we'll be happy to use that Red Hawk. Go for 6 here, open 2 dawns. Again, we are targeting a Blackbeard to cause. Let's see if he'll gonna play it. There you go. That's gonna be our main target. So he can plant one, but next turn we can play Marco. Actually, actually we can go for Red Hawk on the card that he'll gonna cheat out, and then use Marco for Teach. It depends. Let's see what he'll gonna cheat out. So he plans. Yeah, I think it's better to use it at the moment. Let's use this one here. Then we're gonna play Marco to KO Teach. And now he knows. He now knows. No blockers here. Use our counter. Choose you. Saved one life. And now we can play 5 Marco to KO Teach, go for 5K. And the next turn, we're gonna use Beckman if he plays a Boa Hancock. So let's just hope we get Rayleigh 8 so that will make our life very easy. So now he has the bounce. I can go for 5, sure. Just making sure because if he triggers a Gravity Blade, Marco will gonna get triggered. Use you. And now we have multiple 2Ks. I think I'm gonna take one here because I'm really looking for that Rayleigh that would seal the deal. Actually, a Shanks or a Rayleigh would really seal the deal here. So he can go for like 7K minus power, go for 2K. Then he can go 5K, 5K. That's also a possibility. Leader ability 5K, 5K. But let's see. Well, he can go for Boa here. Boa leader ability, which actually okay because we have Beckman. So we can take care of that Boa, and then we're gonna attack whatever's rested multiple times with Shanks and Marco. We want to lessen his hand resources. So he didn't went for it. So it's going to be 5k, 5k. So let's see. I can take -1 card. I can take -1 and then one card from here, or I can reduce this, take this one, 5k, 1k. So I'll just, because he can go for 8k or a bigger attack here. So I'll just gonna go for 7k here. Lime juice is not that used in this matchup, so you're the first one to go. Now he can go for 5k, 5k. Yep, I'll take one as planned, and then if he attacks, I'm just gonna block with Sanji or guard with Sanji. Now we can play Beckman. Ooh, Roger, we can play Beckman, attack this one. Sure, attack you, and then we can attack, go to the face now. So that Red Hawk in the early rounds actually prevented his plan of going just wide with the board. So it's really mix very and really it's really important to get Red Hawk in your opening hand if you are going second. So again, it's another win for or up against Doffy. Okay, we have Shanks. So our preferred turn will be of course second. So it's very important in this matchup to have the earliest dragon possible because that would give a lot of pressure in your opponent. So we want to mulligan this one. We didn't get dragon, but we still have some turns to dig for it. We don't also have red hawk. So in the early to mid game, what we want to do is whenever we attack, we want him to either, our goal is to either ask for hand cards or at least make him take a life. So I think our opponent is doing that also. Then in the late game, it's going to be a battle of the dragons, of course, and whoever has the most shanks. So it's very important to know when to attack in this matchup because when even if you have Shanks and you don't have enough cards to defend that, if you attack with it and your opponent also has his own Shanks, yours will gonna be taken care of and you'll be in a lot of trouble. So let's see, 5 Dawn, does he have Ace or Marco or Rayleigh here? Uta. So this, I think he's using the new build. Shanks. Wow, snap keep there. Lucky Roo. So 6 Dawn. I can play. I can go for 6k. Again, ask for hand card. 6k, 5 block. Yeah. Then I can play Marco here, taking out Uta because Uta can, in the early turns, can be used as an attacker. So might as well just get rid of it. Then next turn, we can either go for Beckman to take care of Lucky Roo, so not to trigger the ability, or we can go for Rayleigh depending on the situation. Now, Marco will just gonna be taken care of, definitely. 7k. Okay, so that means we have to go for Dragon here. Now, that's a very clutch Dragon. Now we go for 7, then we go for 9. So we are asking, then we will go for Shanks next turn. So our opponent now is in a lot of pressure. He has to get rid of Dragon, but next turn there's gonna be a bigger threat coming into the board. So let's see how he will react into this one. He can actually just go all in and then take care of Dragon, but again he's not building his board by that turn, and then we have Shanks as well. Now, Lucky Roo, we might not just clear this one out, force him to just block instead. We know he has Shanks, so we have to take care of Shanks early. So he'll just gonna go for big attacks here. 6. Just gonna no blockers. Use Sanji 7k. If he goes for 8k, I'm okay with that. Because this turn, we're gonna go for Shanks of our own. And so we go for 5, make him use the leader ability, then 9 and 12. So we know, actually we can go for Beckman here. Let's just go for Beckman. We're asking for 2 2K counters. He can block. Okay. So 12, yeah, if he goes all in, can I still guard? I think I can, right? I have 2 2K counters. Yeah, I think I can. So let's just go to the face. He can play his own Shanks, but we can answer with Rayleigh, reducing the power of Shanks, and then taking care of Lucky Roo. And then we're gonna focus on Shanks if he decides to attack. So he'll gonna go for Shanks here. So 8K I can take. He'll gonna go for sure. Ooh, trigger 8K. I'm guess so that's gonna be 11 8. Uh yep. So he can attack Dragon here, but we're gonna defend this one. So again, our goal, go for Rayleigh. Ooh, I can actually guard this, but I don't want to. Now we can go for Rayleigh here. 3 2, 3 2. You go. Now Shanks is minus 4K. We can go for a big Shanks attack here. So 4K, this is going to be an 8K. 10. It's gonna be a 10. 10 on 9 on Shanks. Oh, I forgot the plus minus 1K. Should be 10. Just asking for 2K counters. So 1K. Now this is 11. So this is still 8, 11. No, I think it's better to just go for Rayleigh here, Newgate here. I think it's just, let's just go for Newgate here. So I can trash. I still have, oh, okay. Now we have 5K. So Shanks will still be going to be just an 8K. So we're pretty safe. And the next turn, I'm gonna go down to 0 if I think it's safe, and then just play Roger, and then we win the game. Oh, he already asked. He already gave out 2K. That's interesting. If you place a blocker here, depends. Actually, I don't need to go 0 if I don't, if possible, because he still has a lot of hand cards. So I can play defensively here and go for double blocker next turn, or yeah, I can play double blocker next turn. One is safe with, if he plays Rayleigh, he can only KO 2. So we can go here. So our priority trash would be this 3. And we won't be trashing Roger for bad manners kick course, but go for Dragon instead. So these are our counters and our possible plays next turn. So let's see here. What will he decide to do? He goes for 11K. I can guard this. 10. So that's gonna be a 12. Yeah, I think it's better to guard now. No blocker. 8, 10, 11. It's going to be 8. 2. Should I take this one? 4 cost 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Wait, we have to think if we have lethal here. Go for 5. He can't block, so that's one card. No, I think I have to guard this. I think I have to guard this. Then we're gonna target Shanks. We'll go for multiple blockers. Okay, so we can draw. Ooh, there you go. And another draw. Leaving one Roger, just in case we want to go for that. Oh, wait. I think I kind of messed up. Wait. Oh, shoot. Now he can reach me with. Now I have to trash Roger. Because that means that Lucky Roo can KO one of the Rayleigh. This 7k. Go for. Go for. Take care of one of the Rayleigh. I forgot that. Honestly, I forgot that. But that's okay. We're still kind of safe. Even with Rayleigh, that means there's only. If he plays Rayleigh or something that can KO, that only means that he only has one hand card. One card here. So if he plays Roger, guard, take. I think we have enough. So if he attacks first, I'm just gonna block. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We're kind of alive here. So we win the game already. So that's gonna be 9. Just gonna guard it with just 8, 1. No blocker step, of course. 1, 2. And then we win the game. It's going to be Shanks. And we go all in with the Big Daddy himself. So we won against Shanks. Will he will he think okay. 8, 9, 10. Yep. Hmm. GG. So there you go. Won against Shanks in a mirror matchup. Again, that dragon pressure on the curve is really, really powerful if you go second. Right. We have Blackbeard here. So in Blackbeard, we want to go first and we want to see ace. That would be our ace card in this matchup because it will be very problematic for him unless, of course, he sees an early uh, black hole. So we didn't get ace, but we still have like 2 turns to get him. We do have Monkey the Dragon. So this is an okay hand. Now, Gum Gum Red Hawk, of course, we want to take out either a Laboon or well, that's our main target to KO a Laboon. So we're gonna be waiting for that whale to come out. Then what we also want to see are big rushes like Shanks and Roger that actually seals the deal. Usually the game is decided by Roger because you're gonna be there will be a phase in this game where we'll have an impasse because he'll gonna build his wall of Blackbeard 10 and then he'll gonna nullify one of my attackers. So we want to have Roger in the most opportune time so we can finish the game. I don't think our opponent is moving. Okay, we have Blackbeard. So Marshall the Teach, you want to go first, and we want to see Ace. So this is a perfect hand for us. So we can keep this one. We have 2 aces and a rush dragon. So this is a very, very good hand for us. So the only thing we're missing is Roger because in the late game of this matchup, there will be an impasse where we are faced with Wall of Blackbeard 10, and Roger will be the one that can break that wall out, and now we also have Roger. What's going on? This is going crazy. We can go 8k. Yeah, I think we can go 8k just to make him take, and then next turn we're gonna go for 5k and then play ace. We also need Red Hawk for Laboon. So let's see if we'll get Laboon or if he'll gonna play Laboon here. Okay. Hmm. So we have the option here. Of course, we're gonna get rid of this Lafitte. So he went for Lafitte and draw my age. And then he went for stronger, trashing a Laboon. 6k, sure. And then I'm gonna trash Shanji. We want Lime Juice just in case he'll play Vasco Shot, so we can circumvent Vasco Shot. Now, Ace doesn't have Rush because we're not using Whitebeard Pirates leader, but this is still as problematic as it can be against a control deck because you have to take care, you have to get rid of Ace twice before he can be out of the board. And since we have two, it will be super annoying for him. And actually, he hasn't. Well, I think he knows how to play against Shanks. Usually, you'll just gonna start your on play lock at the seventh on turn, just to prevent Beckman's on play ability. So I think he knows that as well. He'll gonna take this one. I think it's best to just another Roger. This is actually super good. Now we can go 7k, yeah. Now he now went for the leader lock. I can go 6k here, then go for 7k. 7k, then play another ace. So just gonna take this one. And then next turn we can go for dragon. 6k, 7k, 7k, 9k will be the play here. Yeah, we have a lot of we have a lot of counters here. Hachinozu, another my age. Oh, stronger. I don't think he have seen a Blackbeard 10, right? He went for Lafitte. Lafitte, he took my age. My age, he took. What did he use for my age? Stronger. Okay. He went for 6. I can just. Yeah, I can just reduce the power here. He's drawing 2. And then if he goes 9k, I'm just gonna use that ability. That's also okay. So we need to take care of this Shiryu. Goes 9k, sure. Oh wait. It's opponent's effect. Misread that one. I should have just countered that with 2k. Anyways, it's okay. I forgot. I thought it's Marco. I was thinking of Marco's effect, honestly. Anyways, could have saved that. Oh, we have leader ability. Okay. Go for 6. Needs to take care of this one. Then go for 8, something big, and then go for 10, and then we go for Goldie Roger next turn. So still gonna take this one. Now we're gonna go for multiple Goldie Roger next turn just to ensure that we are not going to have a problem with Blackbeard 10. This goes for Blackbeard 10, we're gonna go for Dragon. Ooh, that ace though. I could have just go for 6 6 6 7 6 7 7 9. My mistake. Oh, he's playing the Mancheri and he took out Marshall the Teach with the my age. Ooh, that's okay. Minus 4k. Oh, he nullified it. That's okay. 5K, just gonna go for that one. Go for Roger. We have 5-9-11, 5-9-13, and we won the game. Let's mulligan. Oh, there you go. Our boy Wonder. We want to go ace. Blackbeard will start the on play by 7 Dawn, so we're just gonna play Beckman on 7 Dawn turns just for the body. And we also need the Rogers because there's a point in this game where we will be having an impasse where he have a wall of Blackbeard 10 and I don't have anything. Bro, that's too early. I think that's too early. So yeah, the wall of Blackbeard 10 and I can't break through them because they're negating one of my big attackers. So we need Roger to break that wall. So I think that's the only card we're missing right now. We also need Red Hawk for Laboon, but I don't think he will be building or setting up Laboon. I'm not quite sure why he's doing this. That there's actually he's using a lot of hand cards. Oh yeah, Burgess, but I can just get rid of that with Beckman if we manage to take uh, or we manage to lower his hand cards enough. We're gonna be looking for that opening and then we're gonna trash it. Oh, he can't, right? At the moment, if he made it to like a 7K, a 6K. So we're gonna use this one. Of course, ace will be super problematic for him because he cannot take that one out unless, of course, he has black hole. What did he do? He went for Shigan, so sure. I'm not quite sure why he did that. So he went for Shigan. Ace still alive. If Burgess attacks, I'm just gonna. Now he's too low. Ooh, should have used this instead. Ooh, he's quite low on hand cards now. Okay, he's building up Burgess. Because I can just go all in with Burgess next turn. I'm gonna go for 6. Um, yeah, I can go for Rayleigh here. No blocker. If he goes for Burgess, gonna take that one. And now at 8 ton, I can actually, yeah, just play Beckman casually. 5. Do I starve him? Ace minus. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go 5. My age again. I think that's the fourth my age he used, right? And he already, oh, the third one. And we have the BB10, so one is non-counter. So let's just gonna continue with the pressure. We're gonna go for, I cannot trash that one. So you can go for ace, but next turn we can go for Rayleigh here. Okay, double Burgess and a Vasco shot. Now I can go for Rayleigh here. Burgess again. Let this one go. He attacks. It's gonna super low on counters now because one is a BB10. If he goes 6 guard take, this one just came out, so I'll just gonna guard this one. Let this one go. If he has a attack, sure. Who do I want him? Yeah, I think I need it to be here, right? Counter. Go for 10K. Oh wait, he didn't went for. So that means I can go. Oh, fudge! I didn't saw the black hole. I thought he is not using a black hole, but yeah, I can still go for 667 here. I can. He'll just gonna target ace, which is actually good for me. He has one BB10, so he'll gonna either play BB10 and can't. I can't attack with one of my Beckman, either Beckman or uh, Beckman or Rayleigh, then I'm gonna go for Shanks. So wait, he'll gonna attack. Oh wow, he triggered he triggered the Shigan. It's okay. Okay, what we need now is Roger, and we have completely sealed the deal here. Can't attack, just gonna target this. Sure. I just need one Roger and we win the game. Sure, you can have that. 5k, I'm just gonna wait for that 5k. Oh yeah, I'm nullified, I forgot. So I'll take two. Give me Roger. Oh, actually, I think we win the game here, right? I think we win the game here. I can go for 9-9, and then he can't do anything. He needs to block. I actually can go for just 7-9. If he blocks, I'm just gonna go for 9. If he doesn't, I'm just gonna go. Okay, so I'm gonna go for 9 here. We win the game. So there you go. Against Teach, you want to have Ace in the early game because it will be super problematic for him. In the late game, you want to have Roger or at least any rush characters. I think that's it for this video. I think it's already long enough, and I hope you learned something new. If you want to have a part 2, let me know in the comment section below. But as of now, this is the end of the video, my friend. This is RJ playing One Piece Trading Card Game. I hope you learned something new in this video again. Peace out.